Okay, let's see if this all works. Let me know if you hear things, see things. All right. Yeah, no idea what happened. Thank you two for coming back. I appreciate it. I tried to do a new scheduled one so it would look the same, but man, that sucked. That sucked real bad. Check. Sibilance, check two. Check two. Goofy, sibilance. So we'll talk about this here in a second. Bricklink's still down. I don't know if that's causing problems for anybody. I know one of the members of our group is a seller. We have a few sellers, and they weren't able to mix their IDs together, and I think they lost some stuff. So, and I know people who were sellers are kind of upset that if they didn't get a new Bricklink ID or a new Lego ID to merge with Bricklink, they would lose all their insider points as a seller. So that was kind of frustrating. But then I read something else where they had until the end of December to get it all finalized, and then it would be locked in, something like that. I thought it just happened today. So I don't know. I was going to say, and this feels like I got shut off because I was drinking a beer, but it is my favorite time of year because it is Oktoberfest. You can't really read that. This is a, well, this is no fun. This is a non-alcoholic beer. Well, okay. I like the taste of it, so I'm going to drink it anyway. Didn't realize it was a non-alcoholic beer. I feel like I shouldn't have paid $2 for a non-alcoholic beer. Yeah, and the site's been down for most of the day. Like I did mine this morning, kind of first thing. And then as I checked later, all of it, like it was all shut down. So I think they're having problems. Shockingly having problems. So the fins on this are going to be a problem, and I'm going to try to do my best with them. They go off the back end, and I can do kind of, I can give it a stripe, but it won't be the stripe at the top. Like we can do something like this, if this will fit in there without giving me problems. Come on, man. I don't want you. Kind of like that, and make that red. And then make these black. Get a tile. Well, now I had no problems with it today, just now I can't log into the site. So, I don't know. That's black. And then we'll have to fill in the area down here with stuff and things. Looks like it's just a kind of a sloped bit back there. We'll put a plate right here. And we'll do 2x3 plate. Yeah. Lego software problems? No. This is also kind of in the midst of, and I don't want to talk about it too much because it's going to be up to each Lugs group to talk about it. But there's also huge stuff going on within the LAN. A lot of changes for lugs and locks. Not so much RFLM, so all of your favorite YouTube channels are going to be unaffected by what's happening. There are going to be some changes coming up by the end of the year, starting next year. Your ambassador, your group leader should be aware of this already. There are surveys that are coming out, and there have been calls, there have been meetings and stuff about it, and it's just going to be a kind of in process thing. Some groups it may not affect all that much. Some programs are staying as is. So you may not have any problems. I wanted to do something fun with the front end of this, but I don't think this is the part for that. But I don't know what would be the part for that. You're going to wait 2 weeks to see if there's a problem. I think I have 2 different emails for Lego and Bricklink. Okay, you do have until the 31st to merge accounts. Okay, cool. Yeah, and honestly, it really depends. I mean, I don't want to say that I'm going to step aside once this all changes, but if it starts looking like I'm going to end up doing advertising for $1 billion company, I don't know that I want to do that. That's just not something I want to do with a hobby. So we'll see. Is there another type of piece that's like this? Yeah, the problem is I don't think there's going to be anything like that, like what I want. And this makes it look like a train up here. I may get rid of that. There's no quarter bracket. And Beth's home. She'll bring sanity to this whole world. Maybe something like that. Would that be fun? Ooh, look at that piece. I knew there was like a scalloped piece like that. I didn't realize it had a thing on the end of it. Hello. Okay, I've turned the mic back on so I can talk about this because you were muted. We've only lived here for how long? 5 years?
Who gets the mail all the time?
You don't know what mailbox we have.
Look, I think it's stupid that we have a box of mailboxes. I think there should be a mailbox in front of our house, like in a normal neighborhood. I'm against just the boxes.
You're against the pot boxes in the neighborhood for mail?
Yes. Who do I write about that?
Everybody says hi.
Hi.
Beth went to get the mail the other day and she's like, yeah, my key didn't work because it was the wrong, she was checking on the wrong mailbox. What? That's okay. I bought a non-alcoholic beer from HEB and now I feel like I'm just going to throw it away. Yeah, it said Oktoberfest and I just bought it. I didn't see that it said non-alcoholic beer. Contains less than 0.5% alcohol. So you... All right, so I want to put something on this that looks cool. Is there a minifig utensil that would be cool for this? Zisoo, hello, how are you? You missed the earlier shenanigans where the feed died because OBS crap the bed.
Can I have the rest of these chips or some of these chips?
I had some of the chips are still good. Did you see the fajitas stuff in there?
Yeah, I was gonna do chips instead of tortillas.
Yeah, that's fine. And the guac and pico is still good. The cheese is good. You'll be proud of me. I threw away the sour cream.
Oh, good. It's probably that.
Well, no, I used it the other day and it was fine. And then I checked the date and it said April of this year.
Good.
Well, and then I was like, I bought this like 2 weeks ago. Why does it say April? I must have got an old batch or something.
I think I just rubbed my mouth a little bit.
Blech. Blech.
Oh, come here.
Beth, me?
Who
What?
wants to just give me a
Oh, give you a kiss. Mwah. Beth and I have a standing disagreement about what constitutes edible food from the fridge.
Yes, if it's expired, it's not edible. I don't think that that's a weird concept. You and
She thinks that just because it says it's expired doesn't mean it actually is.
just because it expired in April doesn't mean we can't eat it in September. That's what you mean.
Well, the whole thing about it not being there's your bangarang, your batarang. He's going to be holding it. Usually it's Star Wars and they have pistols. They have little pistols, so. All right. That's right. Expired doesn't mean non-edible. It just means that there's a regulatory body that thinks after a certain date it might be harmful. And they can't be held responsible for that. That's all it means.
So, say that sentence again.
What?
Say that sentence again.
Oh, I was talking to the chat.
No, I'm saying
There's a regulatory body.
that says that it could be harmful.
Yeah, you know what regulatory body I don't trust right now?
Well,
Our fascist government.
okay, but expiration dates existed before that.
That's true. Actually, that sour cream existed before that.
Yeah,
Bleh.
I'm just saying, one of these days you're going to end up with salmonella or other diseases caused by fire. Actually, salmonella isn't caused by fire.
So, yes, first of all, Mech Ops, I think Johnny was the one who said I should call them Micromachines after the old toy line that was Micromachines. I think I want to do... But I was going to say something else. Grappling hook, I don't know. I don't think this one had a grappling hook. I think it has these 3 weird pipes. I'm going to try to figure that out. I'm not going to be able to get this weird thing in here that was like, I don't know, a light and a siren that existed between the drivers. And I'm not going to be able to get these 2 bubble things in here, I don't think. I'm going to try, though. I'm going to try something here. Yes, and so I was going to call them Micromachines. See? So grappling hook. Oh, you mean in his hand? Or on the car? Because there's this. This looks like it would go in the car. This looks like it's a minifigure one, but they look huge. I think this would be better. There, he's got a grappling hook.
Almost tripped over 3 animals.
I had a thought. Now I can't remember what it was. Probably talking about expired foods. I tend to look at the food itself and see if there are any telltale signs like mold or creamy stuff gets a little cheesy or stuff like that. Beth will 100% just be like, nope.
You know what else I don't eat?
What?
Spiders in my Cheerios.
Spiders in your Cheerios. That was the funniest thing. So, speaking of we were coming home. This piece doesn't exist, does it? Just a one piece that's like that? Because I'm thinking I want to do... I guess I could just do a slope. So Beth went to pour some Cheerios, and a spider came out. So I from the other room, I hear this horrible screaming, and I was like, "What's the matter?" And she's like, "There's a spider in the Cheerios." How big was it? Thumbnail size?
I mean,
It wasn't huge, right?
no, it was a baby, but still.
I think
It was a baby wolf spider. So.
It was a baby wolf spider. So does that make it a puppy?
Oh, God.
Puppy spider? So,
Chicken nachos.
so, oh God, I want to do something with this. Well, we have, yeah, and our spiders get bigger than that, but when it's in the house and it's in your food, it's just a baby, you know. And I'll get back to that in a second. There was a spider in the thing, and she's like, "We have to throw this cereal away." I'm like, "No, the cereal's probably fine." And she's like, "There was a spider in it." I'm like, "Yeah, and that was the one spider. That was the prize in the cereal. It's not like you poured it out and spiders went everywhere. That's not how they work. Unless it was eggs of spiders or daddy long legs." Anyway, so to settle the compromise, I threw out the bag of cereal, bought a new box of cereal, and then I thought this was hilarious. I made a little sign on the front that said, "Now with more spiders," and I just put it back in the pantry. And so when she went to get the cereal next, I kind of hovered around the kitchen. I'm like, huh? Do you see the box? And she looks at it. She's like, "Yes, you're very funny." Hello, Renga. How are you doing? Right. That was her thing. She was like, "It doesn't matter if it was a giant one or a small one. There's a spider in the Cheerios." We don't have big, huge spiders, Dusty. I think the biggest spiders we have around here are probably square inch size, like taking up space. We can get pretty big daddy long legs. They get about that big. We get wolf spiders that are about that big. We can get garden spiders that are pretty big. And they're absolutely harmless. They're blind and harmless, and they just sit in their nest all day. But they can get fairly big sized. Or riding spiders or banana spiders or whatever you call them. We call them garden spiders. But God, I just got so many spider stories. Can't remember where I was going with it either. Anyway, a lot of spiders. Oh, somebody told me the other day, they're like, or I read, can't remember what, oh, this might be worth it. Can I get those in black? Yes. That's pretty cool. I like that. These are probably expensive. These are probably cheaper. Yeah, let's do that. Somebody said if you see a spider in your house, it's because it's because your schedule is messed up. They're used to a schedule with you, and they will only come out if they're pretty sure you're not around. So if you're out and about, let's say it's your day off or it's a Saturday or something, and you're doing stuff and you see a spider, it's like the spider goes, well, you're not supposed to be home. What are you doing home? You know, I'm going to have to inspect every bowl of cereal. That's funny. Okay, so this is how many parts? 69 parts minus whatever the figure is. It's not the greatest. There's a big gap right here. I'm trying to figure out if I can fill that in somehow without... Need to go over the tires. What goes over those tires? Inverted cheese wedges. It's got to be slick, whatever it is. And yeah, that front just looks like it's a train. I don't know. Maybe if they were flipped. With rectangle highlighted above Batman, it looks like a boatmobile. Yeah, that's a boatmobile now. Okay. This isn't as slick as I want it to be. It's not as rounded as I want it to be. Let's try maybe doing some, oops. Curved slopes in here. Let's get rid of the grappling hook. We don't really need it. So I'm excited because October 2nd, Ghost of Yotei comes out. That's a little too high. I'm taking a week off next week because I've got time I've got to carry over, or I've got time that I'll lose as part of my vacation if I don't use some of it. Basically, you get to carry over X amount, and if you have more than that, you just lose it. So I'm like, well, I'm going to try to use some of this paid vacation. See, those lights aren't... I don't like this. Oh, it's a game, Ghost of Yotei. It's the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. It was the open world Horizon Zero Dawn. What's another open world game like that? Twilight Princess, stuff like that, where big adventure, big map, open world, but it takes place. The first one took place in like feudal Japan, and this one takes place like 100 years later or a few decades later. So it's the same type of game, and I think the story is roughly like the game that you're playing is built on the legend of the old game kind of thing, but I have no idea what the story is about. And I'm pretty excited because there's a voice actor, Erika Ishii, from Dropout TV, College Humor stuff. She's done voices for a lot of things. She gets a big role in this. She's the main character. And I think there have been some people who have had a beta test for it because I see a game that looks like it with the rice hat and somebody doing stuff. And I'm like, nope, skip. Don't want to know anything about it. If you haven't watched trailers, I watched like the launch trailer and that was it. Wait, this needs to be turned. How do I do these headlights? That isn't. So I'm excited about that. That comes out the Thursday of the break that I was going to take. Hey, that's only 20 cents. I'm going to figure out something to go over the top of it. Where did this go? Where did that get pulled out? So here's where I would invent a piece that's a bracket. Oh, well, wait a minute. So the last few days of that vacation, I'm probably going to download it midnight Wednesday or something like that. And play it all weekend after that. Next week, I'm going to try to do a lot of stuff around the house. I think it's a wedge. I don't want to end up sitting around doing playing video games all week, because that's what I'll do if I don't like go ahead and set my mind to it. Nope, that's too much. Let's just do so, like, you know, a lot of sorry, the home assistant activated. Sword Lego. Finished the mock we have for my lug meeting. Or actually, I need to do that this week. But so next week I'll be doing a lot of sorting, probably updating a lot of Rebrickable stuff that I took down. Oh, that was the thing that happened. I had to take down all my Rebrickable stuff. I didn't have to, but I wasn't. So somebody linked me to another instance of the Q2 Stadium being sold on a perfect Bricklink site. So, oh man, really? Oh, that needs to go up one. So I was a little mad about that. So I took down everything. Is that just one piece? And just deactivated it. So that I can go back through and fix it all. Ooh, that's cool. I like that. So that looks like the lights. And then I can do, this is 3 instead. Oh, my nose. Let's do 3. And this is a 2 tile. Yeah, it really is. And like, there are legal steps that you can take, but they're prohibitively expensive. Like hiring a lawyer and filing patent stuff, and going through the arbitration court and telling them to take their stuff down. And it's like, no thanks. I kind of want to do something here, but I don't know what to do. Oh my God, I made the mistake, and I don't know how to turn this off. From mobile anyway. There used to be a way where you can say, don't alert me for any more. I'm gonna see if we can do it online real quick. I made the mistake of commenting on a subreddit, a dog subreddit. And I want to say, I don't want to see Turn off reply notifications. Thank you. I don't care. Almost 300 likes on this, and everybody who's like commenting, it dings my phone, and I'm like, I don't care. The question was, what is your favorite? I'll ask the chat. What is your favorite breed of dog that you will never own? And I put husky. I love watching huskies in video. I have a friend who's out of town, so I went over and watched their 3 dogs for just a couple mornings. Just let them out, feed them, hang with them for a couple minutes, let them out one more time, put them back in their crates. Somebody else was coming by later that afternoon, right? So I was just there for the morning. 2 huskies, and then a staffy, looks like a pit bull, but it's a mutt because the mom is one of the huskies. So it's a husky, probably staffy terrier, and they're all very, very sweet dogs. Super sweet, but they're huskies, so they are all over the place. So let me show you, Dusty. It is a different product, but they're using my instructions in the images that I made. So I will show you. Let's see if I can find it. This came by because somebody said they couldn't. The Q2 Stadium didn't have a there was a sticker on, or there was an image, there was a decal on the roof, and they're like, where do I get this sticker for the roof? And they're like, well, we don't sell stickers. And so they had to come to me and say, please list it without the image on it, because if you're not going to sell the sticker, you can list it as a second image and then tell people. So I don't even know where it was. So now you can see this image isn't the primary image, and I also included the image I used for it. Somebody came in and was like, I can't buy that sticker. And this image that they took is from a store here in Austin. So they took a picture of it, scanned the QR code that the Bricks and Minifigs put next to it for the Bricklink listing, and then said, where do I get the decal for this? And it's like, well, first of all, this is a mock, right? So here's the other thing, is that this site, Mock Brickland, looks like another Venado, another AliExpress type thing, if it'll even load. But they approached me on YouTube, and they gave me all of an hour before they went over to Rebrickable and did it. So see, they're selling this for $358. It's Lego compatible pieces, but it's also the images that I used, and I'm sure it's the instructions that I used. But as you can see, it's not, it doesn't have the, they stripped out, or they used the image that doesn't have the copyright on it. And they put their own little copyright on it. So they must have got a hold of this before I put all that stuff on it. So it really sucks. But at least the one I have says when I uploaded it. Let's see if I can go back to it. It should say, yeah, uploaded this day. So I have it as 2022, was uploaded that list, whatever. So now if you look at my listings for for Rebrickable, I've taken down all my Micromachines, anything that doesn't have this thing slapped all over it. Because this got stolen, that got stolen, this got stolen, a couple other smaller Microfighters got stolen. So they're all still here. I just disabled them so nobody else can see them. And I'm going to go one by one and re-enable them. And I'm going to start charging. So like all this stuff that was free is now $1. Sorry. Everybody had their shot. So anyway. All right. I'm getting kind of bored with this guy. I'm going to put an ingot on it up here to give it some pizzazz. And then I'm going to be done with it. It looks like it needs something else, but without a sticker right there, it's pretty close. I just don't want to play with it anymore. I'm done with it. But I'm wondering, so this is the next one I want to do. This isn't too far different from the car we just did. So this is I don't even remember what kind of car this is. Pontiac Trans Am, that's right. So how could I forget that? It's a Pontiac Trans Am. So basically I'm going to try to recreate in very small scale a Pontiac Trans Am with a light in the front. So I think the first fun thing that we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the vehicle. And we're going to save this as kit. Yeah, it really does kind of stink that you got to do that, that there's people who would just as soon steal that from people as make it themselves. But that's the world we live in. It's garbage. I don't know why I kept him out here. I think I'll keep the legs and stuff, because the legs don't need to be anything. So yeah, I think the big Lego news lately is the Rebrickable changeover. I think that's probably one of the bigger things that's happening right now. I know Scareback Weekend is coming up for all the fan media people. I don't know anybody who's going to that. I know Justin and his husband are in Denmark right now, and they're doing some tours, and I think they're going to do Scareback. No major huge sets, no leaks or anything really. All right, so we're going to get rid of that, and we're going to do Smile. But this is going to be David Hasselhoff. I think this double chin, is that just that one? Yeah. Maybe that one. Yeah. So yeah, there's stuff going on in Denmark right now. So hair curly. Now I'm not going to be able to get a mullet out of this, so I don't know what. Let's take a look at Hasselhoff. Michael Knight. There we go. So it looks like there's a couple incarnations. There's short hair version, there's long hair version. So as long as something is curly and 80s-ish, this almost isn't far off. I can't believe that's all we have for curly hair. That's not good. Hair. Nope. Coiled. Maybe that's a better word I need to use. Coiled. Too stylistic. That's ironically one of the better ones that they've got. Keep this one in here for now. That's pretty good. We're going to give him the peachness. Turn that off. We're going to do light nougat. Light nougat. Not a bat thing. I think he just has... Let's do the classic red shirt with jacket. Shirt, jacket. See if we can get one that's a red shirt that we can color black. Oh, Hawaii Magnum PI. We could do a Magnum PI. He does have a cool car too. It's not necessarily part of the show, but do we have something that shows a lot of chest hair? Here's my question. The real people want to know. I wonder if I put in chest hair. Oh, it does come up with stuff. Interesting. Can we do this? A little tattoo? Huh. That's fun. Nice. Good stuff, Mac. Jacket. Short skirt and a long jacket. Except all the skin and all these is going to be orange or yellow. Oh, that's pretty good. I can't tell if that's supposed to be a lady or not. Think so? Trying to decide if these are supposed to be the hips or what. If we color it, and then we give him blue jeans and a big belt buckle. Michael, what is that belt buckle? What are you doing here, buddy? Good Lord. Belt. Yeah. Oh, the song. Yeah, I forget this is a little delayed. I think you're talking about Hasselhoff Cake. Yep. No, the band. Oh, this one might be even better. Look, it's even got a belt buckle. What? Yeah, that's better. Perfect. Oh my goodness. And then we're just going to color these blue and Bob's your uncle. I mean, you're welcome. Hey, Beth. Come here. I'm very excited about this. You have to come here. I can't tell you. It's a, hey, come here because I have to show you. No. All right. Right? The Hoff. Mm-hmm. Knight Rider.
Nice.
Look at the belt buckle.
Nice.
What is he thinking?
Is this product placement if I put this in the...
With Sour Patch Kids? Mmm. Delicious Sour Patch Kids. I love them.
If you can get a sponsorship.
With athletic, non-alcoholic beer.
Gross.
Have a taste.
No.
It's non-alcoholic.
I don't want it. There's no point in non-alcoholic beer.
You're right, and I'm mad. Go make me a gin and tonic.
We don't have gin or tonic.
We have vodka. We have vodka and we have ginger beer. Make me a Moscow Mule,
No.
please.
No.
Little
I
spritz
don't
of...
know how to make one. Don't we need like mint and...
Nah, shot of vodka, fill the rest up with ice and ginger beer, and then a splash of lime juice.
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't need a Moscow Mule this late. You'll get a tummy ache.
No, I take a Meprazole. I can do whatever I want now. All right, perfect. Michael Knight. I'm going to live on this for a while. It's perfect. Yeah, Sour Patch Kids are pretty good. They aren't my absolute favorite. Oh, here's a topic for you. I'll be right back. Let's have a fight about why red vines are better than Twizzlers. Are we gonna do this? All right, so we keep the wheels like that, and that's where we're gonna start. Now he never really used a gun or anything, so I don't know what his handheld thing is. A radio, maybe? Like if you look at all the images of him, all he's doing is holding sway over the camera. Look at that. I mean, come on. Is it any wonder the Germans love him? Fair enough. I thought I had, there we go. Yeah, I never thought he used anything, so I'm going to give him a walkie-talkie. Oh, great. What is this? Detailed grill. We're just going to do this. Nope. Figured a walkie-talkie would be good. He does need a watch. I don't think I can do a watch. Yeah. You talk into it. Bring me the truck so I can drive into it. You can even have that as a toy. All right. So. Yeah. I always forget that there was a guy who was Michael Knight before Michael Knight. And he was a product of Reconstruction because he was horribly disfigured, and that's why he became a secret agent. Okay, so here's some pieces that I think we're going to be using in this model. This piece, I'm only doing this to get some ideas about what might, because this, again, this is going to be it's a slick car, and I'm not good with cars. So I'm going to try to get some pieces that might help make a smooth car. I do both sides of that. This might be too big, but we'll keep that out here just in case. The two of these guys. Get the other one of that over here. They can be used interchangeably or on sides. Like that. Something. These are wedges. Curved slopes. Maybe that may be a little big. Maybe that one. I don't think we're gonna do that one. Although it's nice to know they have 3 sizes for that. Didn't realize they came in 3 sizes. Interesting. Maybe that. Definitely probably this. That may be too big. That if we need to. That's too chunky. Probably that. I don't think that, but anyway. All right, so I'm gonna do. See if we get a better image with its actual acronym. Now here's a good look. This is the toy. It's a Hot Wheel. So it has sunroof. Now he's going to be sitting in the middle here, so it's not really going to matter. Has a slight spoiler. Bumper, kind of a pointed front end. Where the lights go. So that's another use for these guys. And if we put I don't think I can do the pop-up lights. But all right, so Twizzlers or Red Vines. Already asked that. If not either of those, when you go to the movies, and let's say you just go to a regular movie theater, not a how does the that's weird. The base got fixed somehow. When you go to the movies, and it's not like an Alamo Draft House or an iPix or something where you can order food. What kind of candy do you get? Or do you get candy? What is that? What's that thing called? Ground. It used to expand. Gizmo size. Enable ground building palette. Ground resize on. It looked like it looks like it's broken. All right. So I've never really gotten a Swedish fish. I heard everybody really likes them. So I do pop if given the chance, I'll get a small popcorn because I don't want a ton, maybe a medium, but I mean a medium is this big. And then Reese's Pieces, and I just pour the whole bag of Reese's Pieces over the popcorn. And you try to find the pieces with the popcorn, but they end up settling down at the bottom. So that when you're done with the popcorn, you end up with salty Reese's Pieces. All right, so I think this is a bug in the newest version. The ground isn't resizing for some reason. I'll restart it. Maybe it's just broken in this one. Plain M&Ms, okay. Not peanut. Do you have a peanut allergy? This was going to be trans clear. These are going to be black. And this is going to be black. Although that may be a... Okay. So So maybe the front of the car, something like that. I'll do a bracket here instead. Hey, Beth. Hey, Beth. Jason Bateman was on Hot Ones. It aired today, and Jason Bateman is one of Beth's favorite actors. She went through a period where that's all she watched was Jason Bateman material. Got very familiar with his body of work. And Hot Ones is one of my favorite shows. Because I like the way that it gets people to kind of open up. Kind of get rid of the persona, like whatever persona they have, and kind of answer questions honestly. Mild peanut allergy. All right. But I stay away from all nut foods. Interesting. Favorite was peanut butter M&M before I developed nut. How old were you when you developed your nut allergy? If you don't mind me asking. Because I know sometimes I've heard it. People develop that late. It's just always kind of. Perfect. I could just line it up right there. All right, so there is a, like 12 years ago. Okay. That's not unheard of. That would be perfect right there. I want there to be, well, first things first. I have to put a red plate in here. I always feel like allergies are kind of a newish thing. Like I feel like they're a newish thing. Because when I was a kid, you didn't really hear of peanut allergies. You did, but it was always in like, not hushed tones, but when I was, I don't know, 10. So, I mean, this was 42 years ago. There was always one kid who had a peanut allergy, but that kid was also had like a rice allergy or an egg allergy. Like he was allergic to everything, right? This is the piece I want right here because this is what I want the front of the car to look like. I think this looks pretty good. But I know I'm not going to be able to make that work because those wheels are in the way. There was a kid in my scout troop who was literally allergic to like almost everything. Everything that you could find in food generally. Eggs, I don't remember if it was milk, but it was definitely eggs. It was definitely peanuts. It was definitely, or nuts for the most part. It was definitely, I want to see he had also had like a gluten problem, so wheats. So there was never any cakes. There was never any cookies for scout meetings. He had some aversions or mild allergies to some fruits. Bananas and kiwis, stuff like that, which I get because I have. and so does my child. Not one that shuts your throat off, but one that kind of gets you an itch on the back of your throat a little bit. Almost like the inner ears are kind of like your eustachian tubes are itching and you're like trying to scratch it with your back of your throat. I get that way with some gum too, like sugar-free gums give me the same thing. So I'm always curious about like when people get allergies. So I don't know if I need to make this bigger so it works better. Like I think I can make it work like this, but I'm going to group him all together. Let's put him right there and then raise him up. Maybe go forward a little bit. So we can kind of show the, yeah, because I want a little bit of the windshield. Okay. There is a, it's not called a fender. Yeah, there's pieces like this. I wonder how that would work. This would have been good on the Batmobile. What the heck? How did that happen? I didn't... Wow, that was really weird. Okay, something is going on with this. I placed this piece on here. It grouped everything on the stage. It made the floor bigger, the ground. That's so wild. Huh. Release all submodels, man. Come on. Why is it making new steps? Something is really broken with this. Release. Wow. Okay, and now this works. Bricklink, I know you've been having problems, baby, but you know what? Makes me think I had something going on over here that was wrong with like the steps or something. Okay, now it's all good. So yeah, I thought there was a piece that kind of looked like this, but I don't know if it was a fender. What are those called? Guards? They call them mud guards or something. Sometimes. Yeah, something like this. This upside down would be a good spoiler. That'd be pretty cool. That is not too bad. I wonder how that would look. Would that fit here? Nope. Let's move this off here. Don't you lock up too. Yeah, I don't know why these are called mud flaps or why you can find them. These called mud guards. I don't know why they're called. Yeah, mud guard. Not mud flap, a mud guard. So if we put one of these here and one of these here. Okay, that's starting to look. Ooh, if I were to just put this guy in here. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Okay, so that can all go away. Cool. I'm still getting the alerts. I'm still getting the alerts. Stop it. I'm going to have to delete my comment. It's like it's your birthday and it's like happy 24 hours of Facebook notifications. Missy, is there anything you can take that will preventatively allow you to do that? Like people who are lactose intolerant can have like a lactose pill or something? Or is it just no nuts of any kind, can't even be in the house, peanut dust is a problem, anything baked with peanuts or peanut oil, you got to keep out of the house kind of thing? All right, so that's cool. So we got that going. Maybe it takes like a while for it to, because this is on the difference between the app and the mobile app. But man, I'm tired of getting these notifications. Do you have to carry an EpiPen around? Let's put in a brick. I'm going to go ahead and do, because I think I'm going to require it. Oh, these bricks. I think the car is going to look better if it's got no EpiPen. Okay, so it's not super life-threatening. It's just kind of life-threatening, which is fine, you know. What's the inside of the car look like? It's tan. I know these come in tan. Oh, I've got to turn all this back on too. Dang it. Shoot. This may not come in black. Okay, shoot. I was going to say, even if it didn't... Make sure that got turned on. Okay. Because this should not come in most colors. Okay. Let's do a plate. Oh, itchy and stomach cramps? Yeah, that's probably not worth like, ooh, I want it. This cake looks really good and it's covered in frickin' cashews or something like that. So the reason I was thinking of doing this is so I could do something like this as the side of the car. But I need a transition piece. Does it look better? It may need to be black. Put a plate in here. You guys have Benadryl in case? That's too clunky. Okay, so I thought this would be okay, but I may just have to do regular stuff here. Like, so let's put a windshield in here. Slope. We have got a friend who is allergic to a lot of stuff, but it's mostly, oh man, these don't come in. She carries an EpiPen because whatever she's allergic to gets real scary. Mostly bees. She gets bit by a bee. That's kind of it for her. So this back end is going to be as high as the windshield. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to put a brick back here. My music stopped again. I'm going to do this. Just going to put a brick back here to give it height so we know what kind of dimensions we're working with. So if I wanted to do another one of these back here, and then a tile. It had sunroofs on it, so I'm going to give this tile sunroof look. Like that. And then it slopes back down a little bit before it is a gets a spoiler. So we'll do that. Although I do need fenders, I need wheel wells. Well, when we do our Christmas party this year, I will encourage people to remember, because you're probably not the only one, that there are nut allergies, and to have people say if they're going to attend, if they've got anything like that, and if they could at least label the food. And then maybe specifically have some stuff brought in that is, has no nuts, has no gluten, something like that. Guard. These were called guards. I could do that. Is there a curved one? It's pretty slick. The only problem with this is you have to build on top of it. There's nothing I can build on top of that. These would be good, except they're so big, comparatively. I think this is why I originally was going to have my A-Team vehicle be 5 wide so I could get these wheels to poke out a little bit. Oh, it did? Okay. I don't know why they call them mud guards. Well, maybe one of these would work in here. It looks a little goofy. Better. The problem is some of these are like great images, but they're toys. And the actual car images are... Yeah. That's pretty good. Can I get rid of this? Can I D-bag looking dude in front of it. That's unfair. I'm sure he's a lovely person. Okay, that's good. Black, coming black. Okay, get rid of these two. All right, don't think I need this anymore. Still gotta do stuff in the middle here because these wheel wells, you gotta put something over them. So that'll be black. Sometimes I've seen people do this. It's a little wide, but then I can do that's not good. Maybe trying to be overly clever with this, but tile. Now, technically, there are two doors, so you give it two doors, right? Two different tiles to make it look like there's a seam. Needs to be black. That's black. That's not too shabby. I don't like that I like the interior being tan, but then it shows up down there as tan, so I haven't made up my mind about that yet. I mean, this could be just, let's do a plate. And then slope, a couple of these little slopes. That. Plate. I do too. I'm worried that it's not going to hold together here pretty soon. Like something's going to fall apart. But it's not bad. Brick. Nope, brick. Almost like if I, oh, that could go over that. It's almost like if you keep it black, you can kind of do anything and it kind of hides it a little bit. It's like wearing black in real life in clothing. You're like, no, I'm not 230 pounds. Let's try this. That's not too bad. Oh, I just realized, like, this gap right here. I don't like that gap, but That's not too bad. Now, I'm kind of getting away with this because I don't have headlights up at the front, but do that. I don't know how I'm going to do a... plate. Jumper. God, if there's only a way to curve this back end here a little bit. Also, that might be too much. Nope, they need to be the ones with the holes in them. Because then this is your spoiler. That's not too bad. Some gaps in it and stuff. Well, I gotta put the things in here. So I need 2 plates. It's not great, but it's not bad. Get rid of some of these for now. Replicate this over there. Oh, some of this is so hidden. Do mirror. Well, tell you what. Tell you what. Other than making these lights pop up in the front, it's got the little eye thing. It's got this fun piece that's only 11 cents. This piece only being 11 cents is kind of a godsend. Yeah, you know, the back end is a little square. Now that I look at it, it's not as... Like, if I could make the underneath part be a little more... like this, maybe? This might help. That's a little low. Maybe I could raise this up. Yeah, it's not bad. Good start. I put this next to the A-Team vehicle, and then everyone's going to go, oh, it's Knight Rider, because it's a black vehicle with Hasselhoff and a little red thing. And it's 56 pieces. This is literally almost exact Microfighter size. So I'm okay with this start. I thought I was getting way too heavy-handed with the pieces, but I guess not. Also, let's do these in that. That's a little better. Cool. So the only other one I was going to do is, and we can start on this one. We got about 20 minutes. So yeah, I think it worked out. Tan interior, which is kind of visible right there, but all right, I'm done looking at it for a little bit. And it's a car. So here's the thing. Here's the next car that I was going to work on is the Mach 5 from Speed Racer. This one I feel is going to be a challenge because it's a rocket ship with wheels. It is, you know, it was developed in the 60s when the manga and the cartoon came out. And I'm not really sure how to go about doing this. But I think what this one might call for is a couple snot building techniques. See, and every one of them is different. The important part is going to be the big M on the front. So how do you do that at that size? Do you just know that it's going to be a sticker? Yeah, this is probably the best looking one, and it's a toy. There's another toy. Every one of these that's like a real life version like that, it's like that's just a car that you did a fiberglass fun thing on there. That's not really what we're expecting from the actual show. This is kind of what I think of. Not a single image so far from the cartoon, which I think is hilarious. It was, you know, it's kind of one of the characters of the cartoon. There we go. Well, that's somebody drawing it. But what I'm thinking about for something like this, first of all, keep the wheelbase together. We're going to do this thing again where you keep this, you keep that. And then get rid of everything else. Instead of building stuff on top of it, I feel like this could be a case where you build three different sections and then snot build them together. And the way this side panel looks, and here's the other thing, it's got these funny lights that are underneath it. It's not really a cone piece, it's more of a like a tall wedge piece. So like if we're looking at just regular slopes, something like this instead. You know, you got something like this. 3 of these. It's going to be, this one's going to be difficult, is all I'm saying. But you can do the character think you might be able to do this character. So he's just got a white shirt. So if we were to take this minifigure, this like quick click break apart the subgroup thing is really breaking my brain. I don't know if that was a intentional or not. So his pants are gonna be white. I don't think we can look for prints that have shoes, but I don't know if Bricklink is gonna have, or if oh, maybe they're brown shoes, but we can make these white jeans. Unless they have some that are just brown at the bottoms. Maybe those, but those I don't think will look as good. Those look like white pants where you got kind of dragged through the mud. Let's just go with this. And I like the jeans. Again, it doesn't matter. I'm sure. Let's look. And see if somebody's built one. Yeah. Custom helmet. That's actually just a car. Looks like they did a custom print of the helmet, which you can easily do. Oh, they built an actual car. They tried to get that M on there. That's hard to do, man. Pretty good for that size. We're gonna do better. We're gonna make it smaller. Release all the way. Come on. Oh, I broke it again. Why does it keep doing step 1, step 2? Okay, the steps are letting me do stuff, but no other thing is letting me do anything. What is that? What is this ghost piece over here? What is that? Ah! I have a ghost piece. What the what? You guys are seeing this too, right? What is going on? Okay. I'm going to save this. And I'm going to close. Not now. That was weird. That was goofy. Yeah, open up my goofy thing. Yeah, it's super glitchy. Release. like the ones with the jeans better, but whatever. Okay. Speed Racer. So it doesn't look like anybody, there's not an official one. This is just, I think he's got like a kerchief. No, just a shirt. Okay. Collar. Let's see if we can find a shirt with a collar. Just a t-shirt or something. Something simple. It's a lady's shirt. The problem is I'm not going to get anything with non flesh color, and I kind of want to keep the flesh color. And no reason other than I like flesh colored minifigures. Yellow head minifigures are fine. He does have a scarf. That's what I'm remembering. And it's just a t-shirt. I wonder if I can say t-shirt. T-shirt. Nope. T-shirt. I wonder if I could put an ascot in there. Ben prefers flesh. Medium flesh, please. Medium light flesh. That was one of the most funny... Oh, you know what? Fred, from... we can color this blue. It's Fred from Scooby-Doo. Just color it blue for now. And it'll be similar. So we'll take these arms. And we're going to do right arm. And we're going to try to find one that's blue. Oh, see, that's the problem. I want to print. There we go. And then we paint it that same flesh color. Because then his hands are like... What are those glove colors? Like a weird dark tan, maybe? No, more like a mustard yellow. Or an orange or something. Call them dark nougat. All right, so dark nougat, and then we need a right arm. What color is that? Right arm blue short. Let's do left arm blue short. Bright light orange, you think? Light orange. Light bright orange. Oh, you know what? Perfect. Yeah, good call. Okay, he doesn't have that. He has a serious face. It's not a scowl, but he's also very serious. I don't know. I'm just going to look. He's young. Any fig head. He's young and serious. Like a Luke head would probably be very good. Oh, perfect. Because he's got them big eyebrows. Because it's an anime character. Yep. He's Angry Speed Racer. Now we just need a helmet. Helmet. No print. Needs to be the motorcycle helmet because we got to put a visor on it. Needs to be that one in white. It's a little more squat than I want, but a dark helmet? Why dark helmet? Oh, dark helmet. I didn't see you playing with your toys, sir. It's actually, it's a chinless helmet. Do they make those? I just realized that. There we go. Chinless helmet that has, does that have technically the visor holes on it? Visor. With the blast shield down, I can't see. How am I supposed to fight? And that needs to be... Okay, he doesn't have a radio. What would Speed Racer hold? Nothing really. He just drives. Go Speed Racer. Go Speed Racer. He's jamming down the pedal like he's never coming back. Adventure's waiting just ahead. Go Speed Racer. Go Speed Racer. Go Speed Racer. Go. Ow. Maybe he doesn't have to be holding anything. All right, so we got our speed. Save as Mach 5. Cool. How you doing, George? Got about 2 minutes before I'm done with the day. So there's got to be an M on his car. That's going to be the tricky part. So the movie, the Wachowski movie, is absolutely worth a second or third viewing. It is definitely something I think people watched the first time and went, what? And had an expectation of what it was. But I think if you go back and watch it again, it's definitely worth watching again. I think it tells a better story than people were ready for. So there's going to be problems with this because right off the bat, I'm not going to have a sticker that says Mach 5. I'd have to get a tile printed. Also, this M is going to be a problem. So next time we'll work on this maybe. But in the meantime, Oh, excuse me. Dave's catching up with me. In the meantime, if I get 9 more subscribers by Sunday, I'll do the giveaway on Sunday. So tell all your friends. Like Johnny said, I'll figure out how to do a subscriber-only chat. So if you want to be here, you have to subscribe to be here. Why is that up here? Oh, that's my test processor. Okay, cool. Thanks for those who came back. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties earlier, but I appreciate you coming back. And I will be, I think Sunday's fine. Let me double check that I don't have anything going on Sunday. No, Sunday we have a meeting, lug meeting, so I'll probably have to stream and then be gone. Yeah, so I appreciate you guys coming in. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Be good. Build some Lego, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.